I'm Catherine. Welcome back to my video podcast. It's been a while. I took a break from knitting and now I'm right back into it, and I'm excited to show you some of the things that I've been working on and some of the things that I've finished. I am not wearing anything hand knit today because I am expecting a baby in October and none of my hand knits fit very well over my belly right now. So we're very excited, and all of the challenges that come along with pregnancy are one of the reasons why I hadn't been knitting as much, but I'm feeling good right now and I'm enjoying the knitting that I've been doing. We're gonna start with some finished objects, and I have a few works in progress and a lot of plans. So thank you for being with me. My first finished object is a Musselburgh hat. I think I want to do this. Sorry. It is a Musselburgh hat that I knit for my sister. I finished this a long time ago, before I took my knitting break, but I haven't gifted it to her yet. She doesn't really need it badly right now. Yeah, so this is very similar to one I've done previously, where it has a ribbed brim, but a stockinette hat. Is that the body of the hat? I don't know. And this is knit with 2 strands of fingering held together, I think using US 5 needles, and my husband dyed this yarn for her, just the color she wanted. So I'm really excited to have this for her to enjoy and keep her warm this winter. Anything else? I do have some leftover yarn from this, and I'm thinking I might be able to make her some gloves or something with the little bit that I have left. Otherwise, with all of the practice skeins of yarn, I could probably do like a faded pair of socks with the extras of this, and then the practice yarn that didn't quite get the right color. I could probably make like a fade, which might be fun too. Okay, finished object number 1. Finished object number 2, I'm really excited to be able to share with you because this was a slog at the end. And I didn't know if I would ever finish it, but it was one of the first things I picked back up when I was back to knitting. And that is, the pattern is Karla's Dress by Petite Knit. It's a fingering weight child's dress. And I knit this for my daughter. So the goal is, the reality is that I knit a size that was larger than what she needed. So the waist does not hit her at her waist, it hits her actually probably below her hips. So this was plenty of skirt for now. I did save the rest of the yarn and just do an easy bind off, like a regular bind off, so that when she grows and this body part fits her better, I can add length to the skirt again with my remaining yarn. This is stockinette US 3 needles from the armpits down, except here at the waist, you like bind off, pick the stitches back up, double the number of stitches, and go 4 days. So it was a lot of knitting, but the reason I chose to make her this project is because I have a coloring book tee, I think that's the name of the pattern, by Amy Sure Makes, in this same yarn that I knit for myself. And so she and I can match, and she really, really likes that. So she was thrilled to be able to wear this dress recently, and when she was wearing it, she kept saying to me, "Mama, I love you so much since you made me my dress." And that was really sweet. So she's really excited, and I'm excited for her too. And I'm also really excited to be done with it for now at least. One of the exciting things about this is actually both of these finished objects were on my Make 9 board. So I've done 2 of my 9. It's July. And what else was I gonna add? Oh, and I've been also following along with the Fluff Your Stash Make Along hosted by Texas Peachknits that's running this summer. And this counts for that because I started it in January and just now finished it at the beginning of July. So that is really exciting. Looking at my notes to see if I missed anything important. I don't think so. Another project that I picked up when I finished my daughter's dress was my husband's stick season sweater that I made him, I think in the fall, maybe after Christmas. I can look. When did I make this? Okay, I finished it in January. So this is, it was done and he wore it. And the more he wore it, the more he wished it was a little bit longer. So I ended up pulling out the ribbing and knitting in a couple extra inches, and I'm working on the ribbing again. I'm more than halfway through the ribbing, so I'm excited to actually be done with this project soon. When I pulled out the yarn, I then just knit stockinette with it, and it looks pretty sloppy. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but I think it'll block out. So I'm not too worried about it because the ribbing looks nice. And yeah, so that is something that I've been working on, fixing an old project that I'm fixing to make it more wearable for him this winter that I'm almost done with. And I have one more work in progress, which is a pair. Hi, kitty. Hi, please get down. Thank you. No, not that way. This way. All right. One more work in progress, and that is a pair of socks. So I am following Hermione's Everyday Sock Pattern by Lueder. And I'm through the heel turn in both of the socks. So here's one of them, has the heel flap and turn. This one has the heel flap and turn, and I've picked up and I'm knitting on the gusset. So when I finish the gusset on the sock, I'm gonna go back to this one. This would be easier if I had 2 needles, but I don't, and it's working just fine. Pick up and knit the gusset, and then the foot, my version of 2 at a time sock knitting, so that I don't lose my spot. And I will tell you, I was very grateful that I had done it this way, because when you take a break for like 4 months from your project and you have to pick it back up, and I'm not super experienced knitting socks, it would have taken me a really long time to figure out what I did with the first one to match the second one. And instead, I think this was my first one, so I had knit the body, put it on hold, and I was just a little bit into the leg of my second sock, and I was able to easily follow that pattern, finish it, and I then work on the heel flap, pick this one back up and do the heel flap, remembering what I'd done because I did the heels like in the same week. And then now I will know what I did when I go to do the gusset on the other one. So that's super handy, helping my memory stay up to date with that. This is also a yarn that my husband dyed. He and dyed for me. And I am using an Addy Rocket squared size US 1 needle for these. And I am enjoying that. I do wish that I had gotten a longer cord because I use magic loop. So the cord sort of gets short at certain times, like especially when I'm in the gusset part and trying to pick up all those stitches. I wish that I had a little bit more room to do all of that. However, it's working and I'm excited to continue finishing those. I imagine that those socks will come with me to the hospital when I go to deliver the baby, and it will be fun to have something cozy to wear either in the hospital room or when I'm on my way home. Not until after the baby is born though. Yeah, I think that's all on my current projects. So we will transition into my future plans. And some of my plans have changed since we talked last because of the pregnancy. So I had been hoping to start a tulle tee. I got yarn for it, I swatched for it, and I never cast it on. And I'm not currently going to start working on it because I like to be able to try on my shirts as I go. I also thought that I would be like feeling like making a lot of baby knits. And right now the only thing that I'm sort of feeling up for doing is maybe trying some baby socks. And Kaity from Fruitful Hands podcast had shared a sock pattern for newborns that she recommended. So I might try that when I finish my socks. I might try some baby socks. I'm not too keen on having like a baby sock and an adult sock going at the same time, however, so I'll probably wait until this one finishes. I actually find that I really prefer just to have one project that is fingering weight yarn at a time. So the socks will do that for now, and then maybe some baby socks or the mittens I was talking about making for my sister or something like that might take the place of that project. Sorry. Also, since I finished the dress for my older daughter, I do want to knit something for my younger daughter, but I need to use the stash that I have and not order more yarn. And I don't quite have enough of anything to make her a garment, but then I did feel inspired to possibly make her a mica satchel, which is a pattern by Hannah Graham, with this yarn that I have, which is a bamboo viscose blend. No, cotton and viscose from bamboo blend of yarn, and it's a pretty pink. And I thought she is 2.5, so she's at the right age where she would just love to carry like a little purse around stuffed with treasures that her big sister can't take from her. And I thought that that would be fun for her. So that might be cast on soon, but I know I motivated myself. I said, when you finish podcasting, Catherine, you can cast on your Felix cardigan. So here's the story behind my next cast on, which will be the Felix cardigan by Amy Cristoffers. This is a cardigan I crocheted a few years ago, and I never liked the fit of it. It was too big, it didn't stay on my shoulders, the sleeves were massive. I think it grew more than I expected, but also it is hot because it's so thick of a crochet fabric that I'm always sweating in it. So it really wasn't very wearable for me because I don't enjoy the fit and I didn't enjoy the heat of it. So I've been taking it out and I'm planning on reusing this yarn, which is beautiful, for a Felix cardigan. I have swatched and blocked my swatch with some size 10 needles which I had just gotten from my mom for my birthday and hadn't used yet. So I was excited to be able to put those to good use. I'm a little bit nervous about all the purling that will be in a cardigan, and it is a cardigan which includes a button band, and so that's a little bit more complicated than anything I've made before. But I'm also really excited because that is something that I can wear now and I can wear in the winter, and it feels like something that would be really, really valuable to have as a part of my wardrobe. So I think I was pretty close to gauge when I swatched. I wrote down my numbers somewhere else and I don't know where they are. So yeah, I'm really excited. Really excited to start the Felix cardigan, maybe later today. So, I think that's all. Thank you for joining me and listening to my updates. I will put links to my project pages as well as the patterns that I'm considering making soon in the description box below. Thank you to Stephanie from Texas Peachknits for hosting the Fluff Your Stash make-along, and thank you to Amy from noblecharactercrafts for hosting the Make 9 make-along. So I'm enjoying the motivation that both of those are pushing me forward with. So once again, thank you all for joining me and watching. Until next time, God bless.